I've been doing intermittent fasting for 11 years and it's totally changed my life. Today, I want to share how it can also change your life, and I want to begin this video by sharing some amazing benefits of how intermittent fasting can help you to burn fat and stay lean and totally change your life. So let's begin. So benefit number one, what I've learned from 11 years of doing intermittent fasting. Number one is it's helped me to easily burn fat and stay lean 365 days a year. That's right, I'm able to burn fat and stay lean year round with intermittent fasting. And the reason being is because I do intermittent fasting almost every single day. That's right, almost every single day I do intermittent fasting, and I've been doing this for 11 years. I've been very consistent with it, and it's helped me to burn fat and stay lean. And I believe that if you experiment with doing intermittent fasting, it can also help you to burn fat and get lean and stay lean year round. So that's benefit number one of intermittent fasting. Next benefit of intermittent fasting and how it can help you is that it can give you more free time. From my experience, intermittent fasting has given me so much free time. And what I mean by this is I no longer eat breakfast. So I have the whole morning available. I no longer have to think about what I'm gonna cook in the morning and then eat my food and then wash the dishes. Instead, I just focus on eating simply my lunch meal and then my dinner meal when it comes to intermittent fasting. So now that I have this free time, in the morning, I can use it to do other things, whether it's maybe exercise in the morning, or maybe it's to maybe read a book in the morning, or to run errands in the morning, or to do some other kind of things that are important for me with this free time. So this is another benefit of intermittent fasting and how it can help you. Let's move on to benefit number three. So benefit number three is it's allowed me to create a flexible eating schedule. That's right. Intermittent fasting has allowed me to create a flexible eating schedule. So I remember when I was first started working out when I was 18 years old, I was learning and reading a lot about health and fitness and nutrition. And I would always read all these articles about how I needed to eat like 5 meals a day, sometimes even 6 meals a day in order to be fit and healthy. And then when I discovered intermittent fasting, it totally changed my life because I was always eating breakfast and so concerned about eating early in the morning. And I just got tired of it. So when I discovered intermittent fasting, it totally changed my whole eating routine. I first started to eat like at 10 a.m. in the morning. And then later on, I pushed it to 10:30 in the morning, then 11 a.m. in the morning, then eventually to 12 p.m. Afternoon. And what this allowed me to do was not only to create a flexible eating schedule, but sometimes I will eat, for example, my first meal at 12 p.m. afternoon, and then sometimes I would eat a little bit earlier at 11 a.m., but it would depend. It just helped me create a flexible eating schedule that was suitable for my lifestyle, for my daily life. And this is another benefit of intermittent fasting and how it can totally change your life. Benefit number four. So intermittent fasting has helped me to simplify my meals. That's right, intermittent fasting has helped me to simplify my meals, and it can help you to also simplify your meals. And let me explain what I mean by simplifying my meals. So I have all this free time now, right? Because I no longer have to cook in the morning or prepare any meals in the morning. And in addition to that, I don't like spending a lot of time in the kitchen cooking and washing dishes and so forth. So what it allows me to do is think ahead of time of what I plan to eat for my first meal, right? What I plan to eat for my first meal. And in addition to that, when it does come time to eat my first meal or just my meals in general, I'm always thinking, how can I make my meals simple? How can I make my meals simple, healthy, nutritious, and delicious in a short amount of time, like 20 minutes or less? And as a result, I don't want to prepare a lot of food. I don't want to cook a lot of food. I don't want to be washing a lot of dishes. So I just keep my meals simple. So for example, for lunch, a food or my meal that I always eat for lunch is oatmeal. I eat oatmeal. And what I do is I warm up my oatmeal in the microwave, and while that's being warmed up, I just get my vegetables, and I just boil them for like 5 minutes, and that's basically it. And then I eat it with tofu. There's no cooking. Tofu is just it's like protein. I don't know if you know what tofu is, but it's very nutritious for you. And that's it. That's my meal, and it's done like in 20 minutes or less. There's no cooking. There's not a lot of cleaning afterwards. So it's allowed me to simplify my meals because I have more free time, and because I don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen as well. So that was benefit number 4 for intermittent fasting. Now, benefit number 5 is intermittent fasting has allowed me to be more sharp and more alert, especially in the morning. Because what happens is when you are doing intermittent fasting, your body has already digested the food from the previous day, the previous night. You just feel more sharp, more alert, because your body's not using energy to break down any food. Because whenever you eat food, your body's using energy to break down food. That's why you may feel tired after a meal. But in the morning, when you wake up, if all you do is just drink water and you don't eat any food until like, say, 10:30 a.m., 11:30 a.m., or even 12 p.m., which I do, then you're gonna feel so sharp and so alert. And also you're gonna have a lot of mental clarity, because this is what your intermittent fasting does for you. Your body has already digested the food, and as a result, you have so much energy. Your body's conserving so much energy. So this is another benefit of intermittent fasting and how it can help you. That was tip number 5, or benefit number 5. Now, benefit number 6 is intermittent fasting has skyrocketed my energy. So if you want to have more energy throughout the day, instead of drinking coffee in the morning, or instead of drinking like some kind of like energy drink, I would highly recommend instead to just like don't eat as soon as you wake up in the morning. Maybe just eat later in the morning, like 10:30 a.m. or 11:30 a.m. or 12 p.m. Because from my experience, it boosts my energy levels. I have so much energy. I feel so sharp, so alert, so energetic. And I feel like actually I can go and exercise. I can read, a chapter of a book. I can work on a project. I can do whatever I want. And it's just, as I mentioned before, it's because my body has already digested the food that I ate the previous night. So I have all this amazing energy. And as a result, I just need to figure out how I'm going to use my energy in the morning when I'm not eating, and for what purpose. So this is another benefit of intermittent fasting and how it can change you and help you. Next benefit. Okay, the next benefit of intermittent fasting is that it's helped me to exercise while fasting. That's right. Intermittent fasting has allowed me to exercise without eating any food. For many years, we've been told that in the morning, if you eat something before you exercise. But with intermittent fasting, there's been so many times, I actually have been doing it for quite a few years. I will wake up at 6 in the morning, drink between 1 to 2 liters of water, and then I will go to the gym and exercise at 7 a.m. And I was able to do exercises like deadlifts, pull-ups, squats, and I felt great. I didn't feel hungry at all. I probably felt a little hungry maybe after working out, but not necessarily that immediately, because I would just be always rehydrating myself. So and this is another amazing benefit of intermittent fasting. If you do some kind of exercise early in the morning after you wake up without eating anything, it's going to help you to burn more fat in your body, because your body is using your body fat as fuel, because your body has already digested the food that you ate the day before. So you're going to be burning more fat, and as a result, it's going to help you to get lean and then stay lean year round. So this is another amazing benefit of intermittent fasting. All right, that was benefit number 7. Now, benefit number 8 for intermittent fasting is that it's allowed me to develop a stronger mindset. That's right. It's allowed me to develop more mental toughness. And what I mean by that is because many times people think, eating is, this is a fact. Eating is a psychological thing. Many people go maybe 4, 5, 6 hours without eating anything, and they always quickly say, oh my God, I'm starving. I haven't eaten in 6 hours. I'm starving. And this is false. You're not starving. You're not starving. Trust me. If you have not ate any food for 5, 6, 7, or even 8 hours, you are not starving. Trust me when I say this. And so we have this, it's like a psychological belief or a thought, and we keep reminding ourselves that, if I don't eat within 6 or 7 hours, then I'm starving and it's false. Instead, intermittent fasting has allowed me to become more mentally strong because I'm able to go without eating for 14 hours, 15, 16 hours, sometimes even 18 and 19 hours and beyond. So it's allowed me to develop a stronger mindset, to be more calm, to be more in control, to be more centered, and to realize that to have more control of my mind instead of just listening to what I think is my body telling me that I'm hungry. So it's allowed me to develop a stronger mindset, and this is another amazing benefit of intermittent fasting. Okay, now I gave you 8 amazing benefits of intermittent fasting. I want to give you some quick tips for getting started, or if you already are doing intermittent fasting, for how you can improve your intermittent fasting lifestyle. So tip number 1 is you want to start slow. You want to start intermittent fasting slow. When I first started 11 years ago, I started slow. I started by first eating my first meal. I think it was like around maybe 9 in the morning. So I told myself I'm going to have an eating window between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. And then I did that for an entire week. Then the week 2, I pushed it to eating from 9 in the morning till 8 p.m. And then eventually the third week, I pushed it from eating between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and so forth. And I eventually decreased it, and then eventually I increased the time. Like later in the day, what time I would eat? Instead of eating at 9, I would eat like at 10 a.m. So then I eventually created an eating schedule where I was eating maybe between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. And that's something that was suitable for me. But you want to start intermittent fasting slow. Do it day by day, week by week, and take your time. So, next tip for starting intermittent fasting and for improving your intermittent fasting lifestyle. When you're doing intermittent fasting and when you are not eating, especially in the morning, you want to stay busy. You want to be active somehow, doing something. Because if you're just sitting there, you're going to get bored. You're going to be thinking about food. You're going to be thinking, like, oh my God, I have to wait another 4 hours before I eat. So what you want to do is you want to read a book, work on a project, run some errands, clean the house, do something to distract yourself, because if not, you're going to be thinking and focusing just about food and when you're going to your first meal, when you're going to eat your first meal. So remember, stay busy. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is drink lots of water. Right? You want to drink lots of water while you're doing intermittent fasting. So the first thing I would do is, as soon as I wake up, I started drinking lots of water. I drink about 1 to 2 liters of water within the first hour. And then as the morning continues, I keep drinking more and more water, and water helps me to not only be hydrated and remain hydrated, but also to stay full. So just make sure you drink lots of water while you are not eating, while you're doing intermittent fasting. Next tip for intermittent fasting or getting started is tip number 4. Exercise smartly. Exercise smartly. So what you want to do is this. What I mean by that is you don't want to wait too late in the day to go and exercise while you're fasting, because it can affect your performance. I've experienced this. For example, I used to wake up like at 7 in the morning when I was first starting to do intermittent fasting, and I wouldn't go exercise until about 10:30 a.m. or sometimes 11 in the morning. So if I woke up at 7, by the time it was already 10:30, 11 a.m., I was already kind of hungry, and I kind of felt it in my body that I was not able to, my athletic performance was not there. So what I would advise you to do is, if you are going to exercise while fasting, I would highly recommend to do it early in the morning as soon as you wake up. So as I mentioned before, if you wake up at 6 in the morning, just drink 1 to 2 liters of water, and then go for like maybe a 40-minute walk, or go to the gym and exercise there. And then later on, after your workout, if you wanted to, you can eat something, break your fast, eat your first meal if you wanted to, or wait 1 or 2 hours after you eat. So after you exercise. So remember that, exercise smartly. Okay, and tip number 5 is you want to create an eating schedule that is good for you and it is flexible for you. So if you want to eat your first meal, if you want to eat between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., that's fine. Or 11 a.m. and 7 p.m., that's fine. Or 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., that's fine. Whatever, be flexible, but create a schedule that's flexible and suitable for you. Tip number 6 is listen to your body. That's right, listen to your body. If you've already fasted for 15 hours and you're really hungry, then just break your fast and eat your first meal. That's it, always listen to your body. Tip number 7 is plan your meals. Plan your meals ahead of time. You already know that you're gonna have a lot of free time because you're not gonna be cooking and washing so many dishes and eating as well. So you're gonna be eating less. So just plan your meals ahead of time. Plan super healthy, delicious meals ahead of time. This way you can not only burn fat, but also get lean and stay lean year round. Tip number 8 is experiment. You want to experiment and enjoy your new intermittent fasting life. You want to experiment with intermittent fasting. See what works for you, see what doesn't work for you as when it comes to creating a routine, a schedule for you, eating certain foods, exercising before you fast or after, after you finish after you eat your first meal. Just experiment and enjoy intermittent fasting. That's what I did, and that's why I've been able to do intermittent fasting for 11 years, because I'm always experimenting and trying new things. Now, if you enjoyed this video and if you've done some of these tips or intermittent fasting tips, comment down below and let me know which of these tips you're already doing. Also, comment down below, let me know which of these benefits you really like. And also, if you want to learn more about burning fat and getting lean, I have a free newsletter that you can sign up for in the description. So just click the link down below in the description to sign up for my free newsletter. Okay, till next time, I'll see you. Bye.